Hey, I saw somebody sent me a post, or I seen a post on the popular page or something like that, and it was of a gentleman. He was with his friend, and I think they're in their 50s because the guy had a white beard, black brother, and he was talking about how he seen a study where men should go out with their guy friends at least twice a week, and that right there really kind of blowed me to see that, because we barely have time to go out, with our wife once a week, especially if you have kids under the age of 18 and they active and they got extracurriculars. But I also realize and feel like that is really what's affecting us today, and our marriage rates and the young men not wanting to get married because guys are getting so comfortable around guys and not understanding the science behind it, and being around their boys in a space of comfort where they can do any and everything and not be judged. It really releases so much dopamine and just feel good chemicals into the bloodstream, that when they get around a woman where they can't do the same things, say the same things, and you got to be more respectful and polished, and you're not trying to fart past gas around the woman, you ain't picking your nose around the woman, you're not saying real crass and crude stuff that you would say around your boys. And so a lot of guys end up releasing cortisol into their bloodstream from just feeling tight and stressed. And then from that, they start to subconsciously equate time with their boys as better and more fulfilling and more fun than time with a woman. And then they start to develop a platonic love for their boys, and they fall in love with their boys, and they fall in despise with a woman, because they start to see everything that's right with their guys because it's a no judgment zone, and then they see everything that's wrong with a woman. So I actually think that men need to be focusing on cultivating a relationship with a woman, and that we need to, instead of spending 2 days a week going out with our boys, we need to spend 2 days a week going out with our woman. And we need to be building with a woman, because that's who is going to carry our children, and that's who is going to bear our name, and that's who is going to help us build our legacy. And our boys can get in where they fit in, because they don't help us do anything other than laugh and joke and stuff, which is, there's a place for, but it's a time for it too. And we need to start encouraging young men to cross the line, meaning go over, talk to a young lady, get to know that young lady, build with that young lady, and get married. And we especially need to do that in circles of color, because if you notice, even let's use pro athletes for example, a lot of pro athletes who are white, they married before the age of 30. They married before the age of 25. And they got everything to lose. They got money. They got assets. You'd be hard pressed. I don't know if somebody like a Tyler Hero is married, but you look at all the other white guys, you'd be hard pressed to find a white guy past 30 that's not married. But then when you look at the black guys, when we come from broken homes, we come from not seeing a father love our mother and be married to her, a lot of men don't feel comfortable doing something that they never seen a man who they know, love, and trust do. The reason why I started looking for my wife at the age of 16 and I met her at 21 is because I saw my father in the home, loving my mother and married to my mother. So it set an example for me. And I feel like for us as men who are married, we need to start talking more to young men about the benefits of marriage, instead of just seeing the glass half empty and complaining about marriage. Because half of your marriage as a man is you. And so if your marriage is not good, as a man, we have to accept 100% responsibility for our lives and what we are doing as men. And a lot of men think that I say this stuff for clout and for clicks, but this is the life that I live. That's how I've been married for 18 years. I got a Jamaican wife who is very strong. If I don't get it together and keep it together for long, she'll be gone. I can't force my wife to stay. I can't convince my wife to stay. And my wife done been with me at ramen noodles and government cheese. So it ain't like she here for no money. And she got a master's degree. She could go out and make money. You know, she got family with money. Like, she's smart, she capable. So I have to do what I have to do, and I gotta treat her like a queen in order to keep her. And so when you hear me saying this stuff, I'm not saying it for my health. I'm saying it for our health. I'm saying it for our society. Like, we need you as a young man to find your wife. And we need you to build with your wife. Put your boys on the back burner. They ain't going nowhere. They can't have your children. They can't build your name. They can't build your legacy. They can't partner with you. They not laying in the bed with you. They not supporting you left and right. They not gonna be there breastfeeding your children. They not gonna be there when you on the road making money and you all around. Like, bump your boys. If they really your boys, they'll understand what you trying to build with your woman. And that's what we got to get to. We got to get out of the bromance and get into romance with a woman. It's men secretly falling in love with men. And that's why we have these young men now that's becoming more and more feminine, and they want to spend so much time with their boys to where they start to fall into almost like the girlfriend to their homeboy. And now you see men dressing more provocative and painting their nails and doing, you know, feminine dances and saying feminine stuff, all in the name of a joke. Calling each other fine, calling each other hot, calling each other sexy. 50% of every joke got some truth to it. These boys are starting to morph into where they really starting to become attracted to men because they looking at men, they studying men, they spending so much time around men, and they starting to look at women with a side eye. Can't trust women, don't believe women, don't want it, but believe they homeboy, all up under they homeboy, love they homeboy. Homeboy can't do no wrong. But a woman, oh, you can't trust that such and such. Oh, you can't trust these such, oh, these such and such this, these such and such this. Come on, bro, that's a trick of the enemy. That's spiritual warfare. And right now we losing. So I'm telling you, I'm giving you the game now. You can use it if you want to use it, lose it if you want to lose it. But I'm telling you, you got to get it together. Find your wife, put a ring on it, walk on down that aisle or stand up under that arch at the courthouse and go and build your life. And stop playing around. Stop worrying about what your boys think. Stop being scared. Like, if you bring your all to that marriage, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. And guess what? If it don't work, at least you was man enough to try it. And guess what? If it don't work, try it again. Keep going. Like, this legacy, this life, like, this generational. We need to shift the culture, and this how we gonna do it. So get it together, young fella. God bless you. Keep your head up. Keep going. Don't get mad. Scratch your booty and get glad.